It's an amazing day that the Lord has given to us. I want to thank you so much wherever you are tuning us from and watching us from. I pray that the Lord keep you and do you well. This afternoon, precious people, it's so beautiful to have you on board. It's so beautiful to have all of you in the house. Uh, Without much ado, because of our time, welcome so much to our lunch hour program this very day, even as we sail on this day's topic. I want to talk about a lifestyle of a covenanted people of God. A lifestyle of covenanted people of God. But before I go into the details to understand what is this covenant, I want you to understand one thing as a child of God. Wherever you are, there are so many things pounding and pouncing on you. And I want to strongly believe that this day there is a solution that you've been crying to God and seeking. But let us go deeper to get the revelation or what God has to dispense for us this afternoon. And I want to share with us a topic or a subject on a lifestyle of covenanted people of God. So, blessed people, what is this covenant that we are talking about? Number one thing, I want us to go into the book of Genesis. I want us to go into the book of Genesis, chapter number 42. I want us to check on Genesis, chapter 42, passing from verse number 25. Genesis 47, sorry. Genesis chapter 47, verse number 27. But I want to begin from verse number 25. The Bible says, and they said, you have served our lives. Let us find favor in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. Verse 26. And Joseph made it a law over the land of Egypt to this day, that Pharaoh should have the fifth part of the crops. It was priest's land only, which did not become Pharaoh's. Verse number 27. And Israel dwelt in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen, and they gained possessions there and grew and multiplied exceedingly. Verse number 8, based on this. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So Jacob reached the age of 147 years. Look at verse number 29. When the time drew near that Israel must die, he called his son Joseph and said to him, if now I have found favor in your sight, put your hand under my thigh and promise to deal loyally and faithfully with me. Do not bury me, I beg you, in Egypt, but let me lie with my fathers. You shall carry me out of Egypt and bury me in their burying place. And Joseph said, I will do as you have directed. Now, I want you to understand something here that is so significant, that the children of Israel, they were in Egypt, but the Lord was settling them in the land of Goshen. But I want you to know one thing that is so profound in this topic this afternoon. It is that in the midst of the burning heat, in the midst of the burning heat in Egypt, there were a group of people that the heat did not affect. When heat increased in Egypt, there were a specific number of people or a certain community that heat was not able to affect them. Why? Because of the following reasons. Number one, the Israelites dwelt in the land of Egypt in the country of Goshen. They grew and multiplied exceedingly. Do not forget that Israel is not just a nation. It is a chosen nation. And being a chosen nation, it is a nation that has been covenanted unto God. It is a nation that is covenanted to God. And when you be able to look down and narrow down, you understand even in the book of Genesis, chapter number 6, the Bible says, but I will establish my covenant. That is my promise. That is my pledge with you. And you shall come into the ark, you and your sons, and your wife, and your sons' wives, together with you. That is God talking to Noah, and he's establishing a covenant with Noah. And he's telling him, I only operate on the levels of covenants. And he says, but I will, number one thing, before I settle you, before I secure you, before I manage you, before I save you, the Bible says, and he gave a condition and told Noah that I first need to establish a covenant with you. So this covenant, it is a promise, it is a pledge that God chooses to establish it with Noah. But now you see the process of God is he establishes people. The flow of God is that he establishes people in the place of covenants. So you don't just wake up in the morning and become somebody. It is a process where you give your life to God. You connect your life to God. It is a process whereby you allow yourself to be plugged into God so that you no longer walk the same walk with everybody. That is the place where marks of distinctions are established. That means you are a normal person like any other person, but you do not belong to them. You walk like them, but you are not them. There is something, there is a line that distinguishes you. There is a certain pattern in your life that distinguishes, that says this person is so different from the other. Why? Because your life has been covenanted into God. So when you are covenanted to God, it means your life is led, your life is directed, your life is elevated, your life is being monitored by God. So every activity you do, it is under scrutinization of God. It is under God's leading. It is under God's direction. It is under God's activation. So every part of your life, when you are covenanted into God, then God begins to operate in your life. So I was looking at this term covenant and the importance of covenant that God so majorly bases on it. God so majorly loves the covenant. So a covenant, I looked in the dictionary and I found the word covenant. It means an agreement between two parties. But a covenant is not complete. A covenant is not complete until certain things are able to be met. Now, it is not only established when there are two people. That means an agreement can be made in the midst of two people, but it cannot be a covenant that has been made. There are levels of things that are considered for a covenant to be termed a covenant. There are levels of things that are aligned for a covenant to be called a covenant. There are different things that are supposed to be lying down.